Warner Brothers is making some strange proclamations ahead of San Diego Comic Con. Usually, when they start to unveil their next phases of their comic book superhero movies and the like, the things that everybody wants to see, it's a really weird flex right now. And we're going to get into this in a minute, but it looks like we're in a position where these companies are blaming the fans again, and of course, trying to poo poo what the fans actually want. All right. Thanks for tuning in, my friends. My name is John Delarose. I'm a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator, and this is Overmind, my science fiction graphic novel. We're getting to the end of this campaign. We are at 417 backers, over $26,000. You can help us get to 30. I really think we can hit that $30,000 mark. We have excellent science fiction, a wonderful comic book, things that DC Comics hasn't made for years, things that Warner Brothers would not be able to make into a good movie because they'd ruin it. They'd replace Ayla Rin here with a minority counterpart, of course, in the film. But that's why I wouldn't sell it to them. So check it out. Support people who don't hate you. Support good fiction. That link's in the description below. And I really appreciate everybody who's come in so hard so far. We're crushing it. All right. Hey, this came out in Rolling Stone. Very bizarre stuff. Fake accounts fueled the Snyder Cut online army. Now, I'm sure you know what the Snyder Cut is, but in case you don't know the lore, we'll go back to the lore real quick to call out for my live stream viewers here. And basically, there's this Justice League movie, and it was not very good. And so everybody knew that there was another cut that kind of explained character backstories that got more into depth on certain things to make things make more sense, which was a lot longer, and it was called the Snyder Cut. So this was released on HBO Max as like a two-parter a while back, and people watched it. I actually didn't watch the movie nor the Snyder Cut version. I try not to watch these things, guys. I really don't. It's too long, and all these people hate me, so why would I give them my attention in dollars? But people wanted it, and apparently when you take a bad movie and just add a couple hours to it, it's still a bad movie, just a longer bad movie, it turns out. Oh, well. So I don't know what the deal is about this, but there was a big fan campaign for this because the fans did want to see something different. They wanted to see what this director could do and what wasn't going to get edited and distilled by the studio, because studios have a habit of just ruining films and really just breaking things down into like these cookie cutter boardroom emotionless crap these days. And so, people wanted it. It was all over. You could see hashtag release the Snyder Cut all over a couple years ago. I mean, it was constant. I mean, people were clamoring for this all the time. But now the media in Warner Brothers is saying that it was bots, online trolls who were just doing this. It wasn't fans. It was fake people and fake accounts is what they're saying. Unbelievable. Zach Tyder's, okay, so down here, a toxic social media movement, they call it. And a lot of my friends were in this toxic social media movement. I love how Rolling Stone does this. Had already been building around the director since 2018, spiking with the online cries for Warner Brothers to release the Snyder Cut of Justice League. As Snyder's demands escalated behind the scenes, including more money to finish his 4 hours director's cut, so did a flood of attacks aimed at Warner Brothers, calls for boycotts, demands for executives to be fired, even death threats against them. Well, I get death threats online here. I mean, they want to act like people are just bad. And the reason this is the case is because a lot of people wanted to see this film on the Snyder Cut side were right-wing people, a lot of right-wing personalities from like Geeks and Gamers, Nerderotic, some big YouTube channels were all behind this, and that's what they're trying to paint this as. But you know what? The internet's just kind of a rough place. It is what it is. And you know what? I'll say it right here. The Warner Brothers executives should be fired, and it should be boycotted. I don't like the death threats, but I like the first two. Those are good. Those are quality. Fans went after anyone or anything deemed a danger to the so-called Snyderverse, including directors. Ooh, here we go. So, but they're saying that like this is now a bunch of fake people, that it was just bots doing this, when that really doesn't jive. And actually, Forbes already came out with an article saying that this little press release or whatever this is that they pulled this from doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. There definitely was a grassroots groundswell of people trying to get this film released. It was absolutely real. And this is complete nonsense out of Rolling Stone and especially out of Warner Brothers. Now, I find it odd with the timing because they're obviously going to release something and come out with some new announcement at San Diego Comic Con. So they're trying to get ahead of something on the press. They're trying to create the narrative, and they're using their buddies in the media to do so. This is exactly how Hollywood operates, and we've seen this tactic over and over and over again. it usually means something bad's on its way or something failing is on its way, and they don't want us to know about it, so they want to distract us with nonsense. All right, what do you think about this? Are you a bot? Were you for the Snyderverse? Leave a comment down below if you're a bot or a human, just so I get that algorithm boost. It'd be great. Hit that like and subscribe button so we grow here, and we'll be back soon. Don't forget to back Overmind.